Welcome to Inside the Summit League, and congratulations to the IUPUI volleyball program. For the first time, the Jaguars are the Summit League tournament champions. Here are the highlights from their big weekend in Indianapolis. Well, 6 teams made the tournament this year, so there were 2 play-in matches, North Dakota State and Fort Wayne in one of them. Bison dig it up there, and they get the kill from Emily Minnick. She had 12 kills in the match. Madison Spence with the assist. She had 32 for Fort Wayne. Sarah Heckman puts it away, and Fort Wayne wins set 1, 25-20. Fort Wayne hit better as the match went on. The Dons do it on defense, and then they get it to Kendall Winkus for the kill there. And then Winkus will go back with the service ace. Fort Wayne takes the second set, 25-19, and they close it out in 3 straight. Haley Ripley will come on the slide here on the assist from Spence, and Fort Wayne takes out North Dakota State 3-0 in the first play-in match. In the other quarterfinal play-in match, South Dakota and Western Illinois. Tori Kroll with the power tip for the Yotes. She had 7 kills in the match. Kroll also had 32 assists, and she will set up Melissa Fertko here. USD hit 286 for the match, and they would go on and get the victory. Coyotes will keep it alive here. But watch Sarah Fetter, the Leatherneck setter, at the end of this little rally. Deceptively nice as the Yotes knock it out of bounds, but South Dakota would win the match in 3 sets. Kendall Crittenbrink had 13 kills. The Yotes win 25-18, 25-21, and 25-19 in the third. So South Dakota moves into the semifinals to face Denver. Great start for USD, but not a good finish for the Coyotes. Kelsey Biltoff with the kill there. Coyotes win the first set 28-26. Yotes take the second set too, digging it up. Denver attacking, Coyotes blocking it there, and USD rolls in the second set 25-12, so they're up 2-0. But Denver comes back and comes all the way back. Nola Basie had 12 kills. Denver had 5 players with at least 10 kills in the match. Bria Muley will come up with one here. She had 16, and Denver wins the third and the fourth sets, and they finish it off in the fifth. 61 assists in this match for Denver setter Tori Moons. Denver wins 3-2 to move in to the championship match. In the other semifinal, IUPUI, the top seed, taking on Fort Wayne in a 5-setter. Mariah Kill. Excuse me, her name should be Mariah Kill. Her name's Mariah Fair. She had 20 kills for IUPUI. Kendall Winkus had 18 for Fort Wayne, and Fort Wayne won the first set, but IUPUI wins the second and the third. They win 26-24 in the third. Fort Wayne wins the fourth set 29-27, and they play as close as they can in the fifth set as well. Blocking, hitting, serving, almost all of the numbers were even in this match. IUPUI wins the fifth set 15-13, and they take the match over Fort Wayne 3-2 in this very good semifinal. So, with IUPUI moving on in the final, they take on Denver, and this was a good one as well. Bria Muley for Denver in the middle there. She had 8 kills. Denver had more swings in this match, but IUPUI hit a better percentage. Alexis Meeks, the Summit League setter of the year. She was great. She had 4 kills, 11 digs, 36 assists in the match, and IUPUI was pretty much in control from the get-go. Back and forth here, and the Jags get a kill from Caitlin Hickey. She had 12. IUPUI used a little run in the middle of each set to pull away in this one. The Jags win 25-19 in all 3 sets, and this is the first Summit League Volleyball Tournament Championship for IUPUI as they take out Denver in the championship match.
It's seriously the most crazy feeling that I've ever had, and I couldn't be more proud of this team. I mean, even though I got most valuable player, I couldn't have done it without these girls. They're just the best team I've ever been a part of, and I don't know. I have no words right now.
We really built, and the girls never quit on that. The feeling is amazing to go to our first NCAA tournament here with this team, and me personally being here 17 years to get that as a goal of mine, and the girls' goal. And we worked hard. Started out with those 2 losses, and then we didn't stop from that point on, and we never gave up and worked hard every day.
So IUPUI gets the Summit League automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. The tournament will start Friday. The Jags will play Missouri at Missouri. It's a 6:30 Central Time start, and it's going to be tough. Missouri comes into the tournament 34-0 on the season. When we come back on Inside the Summit League, we'll take you around the league with men's basketball highlights.
This isn't an Epic Sports commercial.
There's no Hollywood director.
There's no $1 million budget. There's no slow motion.
Or stadiums filled with crowds.
It's just us.
Us.
Real athletes.
Real athletes.
Who want to get better, get stronger,
And make the starting lineup. Be healthy and active.
and this is where we'll do it.
The Sanford Sports Complex, a game-changing destination. Learn more at sanfordsports.com.
Minutes east of Sioux Falls stands Grand Falls Casino Resort. A casino in a brand new way, where you can turn an evening into a winning night out. Spin a day off into a day of play. Get tickets now for 2 great holiday shows. The Lennon Sisters, Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m. and Leanne Rimes' Christmas Show, Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. Grand Falls Casino Resort, a brand new way to eat, play, and stay.
Inside the Summit League is brought to you by Sanford Health, Grand Falls Casino, and Dakota Land Honda. Now to men's basketball, and we all like to look for a Summit League team to knock off one of the big boys, one of the major conference teams early in the season. Fort Wayne has come close a couple of times, lost by 1 at Dayton, lost by 2 at Illinois. Omaha came close at Iowa this season. And anyway, some more chances coming up before we get into the Summit League season in January. In the meantime, here's a little peek at around the league at what's going on right now. All right, first up, IUPUI at home against IU Northwest from the NAIA ranks. Jags hoping to get a lot from Ian Childs this year. Missed most of last year with injuries. He hit a couple of threes, had 11 points. Childs also had 4 assists, but this is Mitch Patton, their leading returning scorer, the smooth lefty. Had 10 points and 7 rebounds. And then Childs inside the redshirt freshman Elijah Ray. And another one of the new guys, Kufu Naji, a transfer from California, JUCO in California anyway. He had 11 points. Jags led by 26 at the half. Kicking ahead to Jarrah McCallum, a transfer from UW-Milwaukee. He had 11. And a freshman led him in scoring. Justice Standback had 15. And the Jags win this one by 35. This was an interesting preseason game, or pre-league game anyway. North Dakota State ran into a buzzsaw at North Dakota. Marshall Bjorklund, 5 of 11 from the field in this one. He had 11, and he was just one of 2 Bison, though, that ended up in double digits. The other one was Taylor Braun, and he was sensational, doing it on the dribble there. He can shoot the 3. He can get out in transition. He can make jump shots. He got himself to the free throw line 22 times in this game. Braun made 18 of those, 34 points for Taylor Braun, but North Dakota got out to the lead, led by 9 or 10 for most of the second half. On the breakaway here, Troy Huff, he had 32, and North Dakota beats the Bison 95-77. In Brookings, South Dakota, the Jackrabbits hosting the Legends Classic, or part of this nationwide tournament anyway. South Dakota State and Howard, a mid-major from the MEAC Conference. Big numbers in this game for Cody Larson for the Jackrabbits. A double-double for Jordan Dykstra. 14 points, 11 rebounds for Dykstra. Jacks got out to a 10-0 lead and did not look back. Braden Carlson, another returning starter for South Dakota State. 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists for Braden Carlson. Corey Jacobson off the bench for the Jackrabbits. The man from Fiber got 17 minutes in this ball game, knocked down a 3. Jacks led by 16 in the second half. Larson had monster numbers, 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks for Cody Larson. And the Jackrabbits beat Howard by a dozen in the first round of this tournament. So next night, South Dakota State taking on Lehigh University. The Mountain Hawks from Pennsylvania. Dykstra was lights out in this one again. Gets the fall away there. He was 8 of 14 from the field, 12 of 13 at the free throw line. Face-up jumper for Dykstra. He had 32 points and 13 rebounds for the Jackrabbits. And by the way, he made 4 of 6 threes. Dykstra is the current and career leader in three-point percentage at South Dakota State right now. It's just under 45%, but 32 points, 13 rebounds for him. Jacks win the game too. Anders Broman to Braden Carlson underneath. Chad White came in, hit a couple of threes for the Jacks. He had 11 points, and South Dakota State beats Lehigh 74-61. More men's basketball when we come back, including Adam Link throwing it down at Western Illinois and Matt Hagerbomber doing the same thing at Omaha.
Since 1982, the Summit League has been achieving excellence. Beyond providing a quality education to more than 120,000 students, the league continues to strengthen its reputation of being nationally competitive in athletics. Today, more than 3,000 elite student athletes at 8 institutions embody the vision, purpose, and innovation the Summit League represents. These young men and women are reaching for the summit in both athletic and academic endeavors.
Minutes east of Sioux Falls stands Grand Falls Casino Resort. A casino in a brand new way, where you can turn an evening into a winning night out. Spin a day off into a day of play. Get tickets now for 2 great holiday shows. The Lennon Sisters, Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m. and Leanne Rimes' Christmas Show, Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. Grand Falls Casino Resort, a brand new way to eat, play, and stay.
Winter fashion is a wonderland, and you'll find all the season's best looks waiting for you at Shields. So let it snow.
Inside the Summit League is brought to you by Sanford Health, Grand Falls Casino, and Dakota Land Honda. Welcome back, and back to more men's basketball highlights here from Omaha, from Western Illinois, North Dakota State, and USD. Omaha at home against Iowa Wesleyan in this one. The Omaha bench got more minutes than the starters. Simon Critch with the steal, big man with the dribble, and throws it down. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds for Simon Critch. Off the pick and the slip there, Matt Hagerbomber off a nice assist, 6 points, 8 rebounds in limited minutes for Hagerbomber. Jalen Bradley, a redshirt freshman from Norfolk, Nebraska, 11 points, 3 assists for Bradley. Omaha up 54-18 at the half. Justin Simmons is working his way back from an injury. He came off the bench in this one, had 8 points in just 9 minutes for Simmons. CJ Carter had 5 assists. Watch this one. Omaha goes on, and they win this one by 50. Let's go to Macomb, Illinois. Western Illinois hosting Greenville College, a Division III school in Illinois. And that is true freshman Jabari Sandifer. 9 points, 4 assists in his 3rd start of the year. Adam Link, 16 points, 5 blocks in just 26 minutes for Adam Link. Jordan Foster came in, hit a couple of threes. They're 1 of 2 threes made by Western. They only shot 8 threes in the game. Foster hits one there. And then look at the dish from Sandifer to Tate Stensgaard, sophomore from Rapid City, South Dakota. He had 10. And then Foster on the drive here off the steal. Leatherneck shoot at 55% in the ball game, and they win it over Greenville 76-49. In Fargo, North Dakota State hosting Valley City State of North Dakota. Taylor Braun with the miss. Corey Brown with the follow, 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting for the very efficient Corey Brown in this one. Marshall Bjorklund missed a shot. Didn't miss that one, but he did miss one. He was 5 of 6 from the field, 12 points in 14 minutes for Bjorklund. Braun only took 4 shots, made 3, including a couple of threes. He had 9 points. Braun again there on the floater. And what about Trayvon Wright? Yes. Trayvon. NDSU starters shot 63%. Lawrence Alexander cruising in for 2 of his 11. And then Carlin Dupree, good-looking freshman from Milwaukee. He had 12, and the Bison doubled up on Valley City State in this one. At the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota State hosting Utah Valley. Yotes under interim head coach Joey James, and a USD run before the end of the first half. Kareem Rawson with the steal and the slam. He had 7 coming off the bench for USD. And then off of another turnover, Brandon Boss will get it ahead to Trey Norris. And the game is tied 35 at the half. Yotes come from behind again in the second half as Brandon Boss will get himself to the rim. Boss, a team-high 15 for South Dakota. And then USD will gain the lead midway through the second half. Eric Robertson will come in on the offensive glass and make the play right there. Yotes up by a point at 65-64, and they hold on to win it. Norris will get it to Trevor Gruce. Watch this assist. Gruce gets the hoop. Coyotes win 71-67 to even their record at 3-3 on the season.
Like Coach James said, he said never quit. I mean, we were always in there. We never felt at any point that we were going to lose the game. We just had to keep pushing. Obviously, it feels great to win a close one like that.
When we come back, women's hoops, including 100 for IUPUI against Ohio Valley and an overtime win for Western Illinois.
Williams shoots, gets up, he scores. Tie game. We are going to bring the ball up court under pressure. Long pass inside to Montgomery. He spins. The shot is up, and it's a 20-foot jumper from the 5'11" sophomore forward.
Our heritage is rooted in the gymnasiums of every town, big and small, throughout the region. For this reason, Sanford Health proudly presents Heritage Court at the heart of the Pentagon.
Minutes east of Sioux Falls stands Grand Falls Casino Resort. A casino in a grand new way, where you can turn an evening into a winning night out. Spin a day off into a day of play. Get tickets now for 2 great holiday shows. The Lennon Sisters, Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m. and Leanne Rimes' Christmas Show, Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. Grand Falls Casino Resort, a grand new way to eat, play, and stay.
Inside the Summit League is brought to you by Sanford Health, Grand Falls Casino, and Dakota Land Honda. Well, it is stacking up to be a very good season in Summit League women's basketball. A lot of teams playing very good early on. South Dakota State, North Dakota State, Fort Wayne, IUPUI, Omaha, all looking good right now. Here is the highlight roundup from the last week and a half or so, including very good wins for South Dakota and Western Illinois. Start with South Dakota taking on Drake, playing this one at the Pentagon in Sioux Falls. And second half here, Heidi Hoff with the steal for the Coyotes off to Bridget Arns, and USD up by 1 in the second half. Rachel Contreras on the drive for the Coyotes. She had 17 for USD, And they tie this thing up at 73. It goes to overtime. And in the OT, Nicole Seekamp for the Coyotes. Just 3 of 17 shooting, but big shot here to put South Dakota in the lead, but would be short-lived. Kendall Clark had 19 of her 26 in the second half for Drake, and Drake beats the Coyotes in overtime 89-81. In Omaha, Nebraska, the Mavs taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Lanice Bowe threaded into Michaela Shaw there. 6 assists for Bowe, 8 points for Shaw. Erica House made 3 threes, and she led Omaha with 20. Felicia Anderson will step out here and hit one. She was next in line behind House with 15. And the Mavs led by 8 at the half and then blew it open in the second half. 12 points, 10 rebounds for Taji Kelly, and Omaha wins it 76-48. In Indianapolis, meanwhile, a race to 100 for IUPUI against Ohio Valley. Katie Comella to Nevena Markovic there. Markovic had 12 and the Jags were off and running. Comello had 7 assists. This one to Dawn Luster. And the Jags up 48-23 at the half. They stay hot. Comello had 10 points to go with those assists. 100-46 is the final. IUPUI goes to 5-1 on the season. South Dakota's record not quite that pretty. They took that overtime loss to Drake, but came back a couple of nights later with a win against Wyoming. Great game for Lisa Loeffler. 11 of 14 from the field for Loeffler. She can make the 3 as well. 4 of 10 on 3 so far this season. She had 24 to lead USD. And the Coyotes up 2 at the half. Nicole Seekamp, very solid again. 18 points, 6 assists, 3 blocks, 3 steals. She had 14 of her 18 in the second half. And USD built an 11-point lead. They hang on to win it behind 24 from Loeffler. And they beat Wyoming by 4. And in Macomb, Illinois, Western Illinois hosting St. Louis this past Saturday night. Great game for Ashley Luke. One of the games here that earned her Player of the Week honors this week in the Summit League. This is Marley Hall, new kid, transfer from Illinois State, sat out last year. She had 22 points in 27 minutes. Desiree Ball had 29 to lead all scorers. She made 5 threes, and St. Louis led at 35-30 at the half. Tori Neiman on the back cut, 14 points, 10 rebounds for Neiman. St. Louis, though, came back with more threes. They made 10 of them and led by 6 in the final minute. Western Illinois scored the final 6 points in regulation to tie it up. St. Louis could not get the game winner to go down, so they go to overtime, and Hall went back to work. She had 9 points in overtime. Luke helps her out, and Western pulls it out in overtime, 87-85. We will take it to Indianapolis for the campus spotlight when we come back. Sustainability is the word.
Minutes east of Sioux Falls stands Grand Falls Casino Resort. A casino in a grand new way, where you can turn an evening into a winning night out. Spin a day off into a day of play. Get tickets now for 2 great holiday shows. The Lennon Sisters, Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m. and Leanne Rimes' Christmas Show, Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. Grand Falls Casino Resort, a grand new way to eat, play, and stay.
This isn't an Epic Sports commercial.
There's no Hollywood director.
There's no $1 million budget. There's no slow motion.
Or stadiums filled with crowds.
It's just us.
Us.
Real athletes.
Real athletes.
Who want to get better, get stronger,
And make the starting lineup. Be healthy and active.
and this is where we'll do it.
The Sanford Sports Complex, a game-changing destination. Learn more at sanfordsports.com.
Inside the Summit League is brought to you by Sanford Health, Grand Falls Casino, and Dakota Land Honda. Well, college campuses are figurative fertile grounds, of course, for all kinds of ideas and possibilities. But at IUPUI right now, literally digging in the fertile ground as part of a project that is centered on sustainability. Here is our campus spotlight.
This generation gets it. They've been recycling since they were babies. They've been hearing about Earth Day since they were born. And so it's a part of their culture and their involvement. So we try to make it real for them as they come to campus as part of a major, part of a student organization, part of a co-curricular activity where they can engage and give back to their community.
We have a lot of momentum in students and with staff. We're working on a campus kitchen project where we would be doing food rescue from leftover food in the cafeteria. We've done themes every year, so we did Year of Local Bike last year, got some bike stations installed. We have gardens on campus where we do organic gardening, and we serve that food in the cafeterias. Student Sustainability Council came up with this idea for Campus Sustainability Day. It's actually a nationwide event, but we wanted to host our own event here.
This year they're doing the Year of the Local Food, so it's just really been engaging with the students and using their voice to help push through some of these initiatives.
Our new majors, energy economics, that's right on the forefront of the big pressing demands for how we're more sustainable in terms of our consumption or management of energy. Our social policies in terms of the environment are being addressed through our School of Public and Environmental Affairs with 2 new majors that focus particularly on policy and management, but from an urban perspective. So we're already turning those students out.
In the spring, we actually dedicated this as an outdoor classroom because we're trying to get some of the biology classes or maybe some classes in SPIA with sustainability to come out here and actually hold a class, maybe plant some stuff, teach some students how they can plant something in their apartment or at home that they can cook with. I mean, really all you have to do is buy some seeds, plant it in the ground, water it, and then nature takes care of the rest. That's really the main thing, to be able to teach students that they can actually do this on their own and that it really is sustainable because it doesn't really cost a whole lot of money and it's actually cheaper to grow your own stuff than it is to go to the grocery store and buy it.
Our hope is that we just raise awareness not only about environmental issues, but also these are great ways to get students involved, engaged, and ultimately educated about what's going on. We're the reason this place exists. We ultimately on campus are the customers. We're the ones paying for this education, and those in charge hearing from students about what they would like to see on their campus and how they think we could become more sustainable. That's everything.
These students recognize, and again, they've been told about climate change, global warming, about population issues, all the pressures that society has imposed on the planet. And many of the students here are STEM students, science, engineering, technology, and math. And so they get the science, they get the environmental component. And I think they realize it's their planet and their future. And at a certain point that kicks in and they get involved.
And congrats once again to the IUPUI volleyball team. They take on Missouri in the NCAA tournament coming up on Friday. Thanks to all of our member schools. We'll see you next time on Inside the Summit League.